We are living in the loneliest era in human history. And we have a villain. We blame technology. We say the phone is destroying society. We say the internet is isolating us. But we're wrong. Technology isn't the problem. It never was. Technology is just a delivery mechanism. Art is the drug. Art is the problem. If your phone only displayed spreadsheets, weather reports, and a calculator, would you be addicted to it? Would you take it to bed with you? Would you ignore your spouse or your family over dinner to look at a document? No. You would use it for 10 seconds, you'd get bored, and then you'd go and talk to a human being. We don't isolate ourselves to look at code. We isolate ourselves to look at stories, faces, music, performance. We isolate ourselves to consume art. At every single point of our history, art is what engineered us apart. With every new technology that revolved around art, we became lonelier and more isolated. The first major technology of isolation wasn't the iPhone, it was the book. Before the book, if you wanted a story, if you wanted to learn something, if you wanted to gain knowledge, if you wanted to discuss, you had to sit around a fire with your tribe. You had to smell them, you had to share the warmth, you had to stop talking when someone else was talking. The book destroyed the campfire. It allowed you to take the story, the art, into a corner and go and consume it alone. For the first time, you could be with a great mind without actually being with a person at all. It was the first step we took as a species in privatizing the collective imagination. Look at the modern living room. You have a family of four sitting on the same couch. They are physically together, but they're inhabiting four different universes. The dad is watching a war documentary. The mom is reading a romance novel. The son is playing a video game. The daughter is in a TikTok trance. Art has severed their shared reality. They cannot talk to each other because they're not in the same world anymore. If technology didn't deliver art, we would have rejected it. We would have burned the iPhones. And think about how the iPhone started. The iPhone started as the iPod, a device that was literally designed to isolate you with music. They designed the portable music prison first and then added phone functionality as an afterthought. The isolation device came before the communication device. That alone should tell you everything. We only accepted the solitary confinement because art made it feel like entertainment. If you feel defensive right now, it's because you're suffering from cultural Stockholm syndrome. You've been brainwashed into worshiping your executioner. Look at the absolute state of your world and the people around you. The chronic anxiety, the stress that builds up and seems to have no resolution, the financial debt, the isolation, the processed food you can't stop eating and the sleep you're not getting, the violence, the intolerance, the wars. And you're told the problem might be greed, or the government, or corruption. The artist designed the cage that you are sitting in. And they painted the bars gold so you'd never want to leave. I wrote a book about this that rips the mask off this entire system. It's called The Artist is the Enemy: Why We Let the Most Broken People on Earth Command Our Lives. Art is nothing more than a slow motion broadcast of our own extinction disguised as culture. If you want to understand who is actually pulling the strings of your life without you having a clue, then this book is for you. It'll be out in a month on Amazon. We accepted this isolation because art offered us a deal. It offered connection without friction. Art is a jealous lover. It views your real relationships as competition. So, to win, art has to pull you out of the room. It says, come here. Your friends don't understand you. Your family doesn't understand you. They will never understand you. We understand you. You relate to us and we relate to you. You were born this way. We know the real you. We know the emotions you're feeling. We know the stories you want to hear. We know who you are. Come, let's be alone together. Pick up this book. Listen to this new album. Why do we choose art over the tribe? Because the tribe requires compromise. When you're dealing with a real person, you are dealing with a real person. They're moody. They have flaws. You have to accept their flaws. They have to accept your flaws. It requires work. Real relationships are work. Art requires zero compromise. When you put on a song, the singer hits the exact emotional note you want on demand and shuts up the second you press pause. Art engineered our isolation by providing a superior, frictionless social experience. We didn't accidentally become lonely. We upgraded our friends to fictional ones.